How much money have you earned through YouTube? Yo, what's up guys, this is KDCloudy and welcome to the last video of 2017. And it's been a while since the last Q&A video, about 6 or 7 months, so I figured I'd do another one. So here it is. This is the third edition of the Q&A series Ask KD, where you guys ask some questions and I answer them obviously. And this time we got plenty of great questions from both Instagram and Twitter, so let's go ahead and answer those. First, flashing experience. Fun fact, the guy who was asking this question is the one who taught me how to flash custom ROMs. So it was December of 2014. It had been a month since I got my Nexus 5 and CyanogenMod 12 with Lollipop just dropped for the Nexus 5. And this guy and me got on a call. He was walking me through all the instructions, unlocking the bootloader, which wiped all my data. I was freaking out. Then I flashed all the zips, the ROM zip, the GApp zip, and gradually I started to get a hang of it. I flashed a bunch of ROMs on my Nexus 5 and rest is history. Why is Google taking so much time to give updates now in 2017? Almost 50% iPhones are running iOS 11, but Android O is only on 0.3%. What do you think? Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but Google isn't really responsible for updating each and every Android phone on the planet. They basically publish a new Android version, update the AOSP repository, and the manufacturers, the OEMs, they download that repository, update and transition and rebuild their existing skin or code, and then push out the updates to the respective phones. And this whole update, transitioning and rebuilding process is a very expensive one, very time consuming one, and that is why they prioritize their more expensive phones as opposed to their lower end phones, like the more budget phones. And to deal with fragmentation, Google has actually taken a bunch of steps. First is Android One. I made an entire video on it, so you can check it out for more info. And second is Project Treble. Now, Project Treble ships with Android Oreo, and it aims to make a very modular base structure for Android for very easy transitioning, updating process of existing code. That's the goal, that's the idea. That's hopefully going to improve the way updates work for Android, and let's see what happens. Which software do you use to edit your photos and why the preference? Alright, so for my desktop, when I used to edit my DSLR photos, I use Adobe Lightroom, I think, because I love the controls and I love the way how Adobe handles RAW in Lightroom. Photoshop sometimes just a little bit, but for retouching, Lightroom is the best. But when I have to edit photos on my phone, I basically use Snapseed. I think it has the best fine-tuning controls for any mobile editing app. It doesn't really have like classy filters which Visco has, but I really love the way how it handles compression, and overall it's a really great app. I highly recommend you to check it out. It's free, it's by Google, so yeah. How are you liking the Google Home Mini and what's the coolest thing about it? So yeah, this is in reference to a tweet which I put out a couple of months ago. I had essentially a family friend of mine to get a Google Home Mini from the US during the Black Friday sale, and right now it's in India, sitting about 1500 kilometers away from me in my aunt's house in Kolkata, and it's going to be here in my house in a couple of weeks, so expect some videos on it. And the coolest thing about Google Home Mini is basically the coolest thing about Google Assistant. So yeah, I'm really liking Google Assistant on my Pixel. I've been discovering a bunch of tricks here and there, so you'll probably see more of that in the mini home review. The next question comes from Mutsav. What's the best meme of 2017 according to you? Okay, so let's move on to the next question now. Yeah, so DC or Marvel? Marvel.
That's right.
Tell your editing software and PC specs. Also, are there any plans to buy a MacBook? By the way, I love your videos. Well, thank you so much, Pratham. And I edit all my videos in Adobe Premiere Pro since 2015 December, and my PC specs are not so impressive, but here we go. Intel Core i3 3rd generation, 8GB of RAM, NVIDIA GT610 GPU, and a 1TB hard drive. Yes, not really like the cutting edge specs, but it gets the job done. It doesn't really choke on Premiere or lag as much. It has decent export times. Playback times could have been better, but still it works, and I don't really play any games, so it's not really demanding. And yeah, when it comes to buying a MacBook, I might get a MacBook in the future, probably 2019, 2020, and it's mainly because I plan to pursue my career in design, and the design industry basically works on a Mac due to some applications which are not available on Windows. So yeah, there's that. What tech would you like to own and the best smartphone of 2017? Tech which I would like to own, probably the Pixel Buds. I mean, when Google announced the Pixel Buds alongside the Pixel phones, I was blown out of my mind. I was a fan of wireless accessories and wireless earbuds, and seeing Google actually make a wireless pair of earbuds, I wanted one. But then I saw the price tag, and then I saw the reviews, and then I took it with a grain of salt, and I don't really want it anymore. So yeah. And what's the best smartphone of 2017? That's hard to say, because I haven't really used a lot of phones which are released in 2017, but I'd pick, well, the iPhone 10, the Pixel 2 XL, and probably the Essential phone. Yeah. How to pronounce your name? Yeah, so I get that a lot, but yeah, if you know my name but you don't know how to pronounce it, here's it on the screen. It's Kaustubh Devnath. Do you like customizing your phone, or is it stock Android all the way? So if you've seen my What's on my Tech video from the beginning of this year, you probably know that I don't really customize my phone a lot, because I keep changing ROMs, I keep switching back and forth between the Nexus 5 and the Pixel, so it's really tough to set up all the widgets and launchers and stuff. So I just stick to the Pixel launcher, Google launcher, whatever, and have a very simple setup. If in the other dimension, what will you choose? iPhone 10 for 30k or Google Pixel for 50k? iPhone 10. If you wouldn't be making tech videos, what would you do? That's a pretty good question. If I weren't making YouTube videos at all, I'd probably be in app development and designing. But if I were making videos but not in the tech category, I'd probably do movie reviews. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but I'm a movie buff. I consider myself a movie buff. I am into a lot of pop culture, Marvel, DC a little bit, Harry Potter, Star Wars and all that. So yeah, pop culture channel probably. But yeah, Shashwat Punjabi, who asked this question, he has a movie review channel. He does all kinds of fun stuff. I have a couple of appearances in his videos, so I'll link his channel down below. You should definitely check it out. Really nice guy. So yeah, show him some love. Any plans on vlogging or any kind of travel stuff? Well, I have tried vlogging. My entire family visited the Northeast for vacation this summer, and I tried vlogging some parts of it. I failed. I didn't even look at the footage. I'd probably play some of it just for the kicks, but yeah, I had a pretty bad experience, and I probably will not try it ever again. What are the cool facts about you and your channel? The first one would probably be that the channel was supposed to be started in 2014, not 2015, with 2 people behind all the videos. And the second cool fact would be that my first ever video on this channel was uploaded on the 1st of November. And interesting enough, the Nexus 5 went on sale on the same date. Another fun fact. The third would be a cool fact about me. I met Geek and Ajit. And the fourth and the final cool fact could be that I have deleted only 2 videos from this channel which were public, and nobody knows what they are. There you go, 4 cool facts. Okay, so the last question comes from Kushagra. He asks, what songs are you listening to lately? Alright, so I am a pop guy. I mostly listen to pop music, and in fact my Spotify year in review tells me that I've listened to over 17,000 minutes of music this year, so that's quite a stretch of pop music. But yeah, currently I'm listening to a lot of Taylor Swift. Her new album is nice. River, Eminem and Ed Sheeran, really nice song. And quite a bit of Charlie Puth. I mean, Attention and How Long. I love How Long. I love that song. I have been listening to it over and over again since October, I guess. I'll probably leave that for the outro for this video. And yeah, that's basically it. That concludes this Q&A and also this year. So yeah, happy new year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video next year. Cheers.